Are you just finding your way into the workforce, or you're stuck in the workforce and not quite sure what you're doing wrong, why you're not happy? Today in this video, I'm going to share the top 10 things that I've learned from navigating the workforce for 30 plus years. And what I'm going to share in this video are insights from my 30 plus years that will help you to manage your expectations, also shift your mindset when it comes to work and what you think you need to get out of work and what you put into work. The first thing is that work is not your identity, and don't let it become that way. Fill your life with other things that bring you joy and fulfillment. When work is your only identity, when there is a change, it's a drastic change for you and it's harder for you to adapt. And you don't want work to be the only thing that's bringing joy and purpose in your life. Burnout is not a badge of honor. You're not getting an award for doing extra work, for putting in, double time, nights, evenings, weekends. You basically just become invisible at that point. And it doesn't make you any more valuable. It just makes you exhausted and, in the end, replaceable. Something I can't stress enough is that your reputation is your resume. Your reputation will follow you around forever. How you do your work, what your work values are, how you show up for other people, that is what will identify you as a worker. And whatever your reputation is, if you've ruined that reputation, it is so hard to change someone's opinion about you once that's happened. So set yourself up in the beginning to, do the work well, respect others, have them respect you. And then once that reputation is intact, that follows you for the life of any of your jobs. Just a little bit about me. I have worked at the same company for 26 years. I worked in one job for 19 years, and I've learned so much in my years of work. I mean, I could do another video about working in government, what I've learned, but I would say, that one of the more important things is that reputation. Once you tarnish your reputation, it's very hard to correct that. People will always think of you with whatever they've concocted in their mind, of you as your reputation. And I've learned a lot that, your work friends are just that. They're your work friends. Those friends don't always translate into friends outside of work. And also that it's really important to keep a lot of your personal business at home and not in the office. The workplace can be a very gossipy and toxic environment. You want to be careful about what you say and what you tell people. It's also a very competitive environment. So I've learned this over the years the hard way. I think as you age, you kind of change a little bit as a person in how your work style is. I mean, your work ethics will never change, but how you deal with situations and how you deal with people does evolve as you mature and you have more work experience. So it's really important, again, to keep the reputation in check. And some other tips I'm going to mention next. I've got two more for you, and the most important one at the end. Number 4 is that loyalty isn't always rewarded the way that you would expect. Be committed and be professional, but don't confuse loyalty with self-sacrifice. And, companies will evolve and change and grow and sometimes move on. And whether you're ready or not, they're going to do that. And the other important thing to remember is that it's not personal. Do not take it personal. As I said, companies are going to move on. They're going to evolve. And sometimes that means that, employees are lost in the process. The best thing that you can do is just pick yourself up, move on, find something else, and move forward. Number 5, and also really important, is that skills age, but adaptability does not. The job isn't always going to be for the person that's either the youngest or the oldest or the middle-aged. It's going to be the person that's able to adapt, they're willing to learn new skills, and they can pivot whenever necessary. So no matter your age, for me, I'm 54. I have had to adapt, but I've also had to, be humble and know that, some of my skills were outdated, and I had to improve those skills. I had to learn new things. But I'm always up for the challenge, and I don't mind learning new things. I love learning new things, new programs, new techniques. So you have to be willing to adapt, and you have to be willing to learn new things. And those are the people that will succeed. Thank you for being here with me. I've got my Star Wars shake here. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I've been 30 plus years in the workforce. I started working, well, when I was 15, actually, and I've had multiple jobs during my years. I have, though, worked at the same company for 26 years, but learned a lot through all of these experiences. A lot of things that I would have changed, a lot of things that I wouldn't have changed. And if you've come to the very end, thank you so much. I do appreciate you. I hope that you'll subscribe and let me know in the comments any input that you have or suggestions about the workforce, what you've learned, mistakes or positive things. And again, I appreciate you being here and thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.